EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers in 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come in playing well on both sides of the ball. Winners of 6 of their last 8 games. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. But now he appears to be in some pain. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Titan defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate.
This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
As largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here's Allen. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Throwing is Williams. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
This is Fant on the short completion. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. He'll buy some time right. Catch is made by Hardman. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Bengals come in looking for win number 8 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Here's Milton now to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Now Milton. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Milton. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. To throw, it's Milton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. In motion left is Wilson.
Now they show jet sweep it instead, a run up the middle here.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. To throw is Milton.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Jamar Chase
from 6 yards away.
And the Titans have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bengals getting set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
2nd down and 6 now. To the air, Williams.
Got him in, it's Brown. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Now Allen. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here's Williams.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. To throw, it's Williams.
And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
He'll take the knee in the final couple seconds. Will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
This is Fant on the short completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Here's Milton. Going right back to Fant.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Throwing is Milton. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They start the drive with a give to Allen.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
To throw, Williams.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
Allen will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told the offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Off play action. Milton.
This one deep for Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Looking to throw is Williams.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
And the Titans will take over possession here up at the 44. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Barkley, inside handoff.
Marquise Bell in on that stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter.
From the 42-yard line, here's the second down and 9.
Looking to throw. Milton. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
That is caught.
20. 5. Touchdown, Titans.
Jamar Chase
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I know Paul Revere talked about by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. Said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
First target, first catch, and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They give it to Brown. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
From the gun, here's Williams.
This will be caught by Brown.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some... Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To Barkley on the check down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Second and 14. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Here's Milton now to throw. And he will find his man Chase complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now Milton.
He dumps it off to Barkley, pushing through the contact.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Titans are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Throwing is Williams. Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
At the 49-yard line. Track at 60.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Here's third down at 5.
70 range. 70 range. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run with Allen. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
An important one here, no doubt. Third and 4.
Here we go. Set. Go, Reed. Go. Set, go.
Now a carry for Allen. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Allen.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words. Make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Let's go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Allen. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W.
What a ball game this was. What a